Well, good evening and welcome to this week's edition of the Junior Footy and Netball Show. All thanks to Southwest TAFE, Powercor and Mickey D's, our wonderful sponsors, of course. We love what they do. They are a wonderful sponsor of the Hampden Football Netball League. Let's say a very good evening to the little pocket rocket herself in Ruby Couch. Rubes, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Now, firstly, how did the Roosters go against the Seagulls in the under-17 netball, Rubes?
Yeah, look, we had our first win. It was really good. Good for, the team spirit, and, hopefully we can get up and about from here.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's all about first wins in the night, Rubes, because to my left is the great man, Reggie Mast. And, Rubes, we actually called this game on the weekend, and I was so excited because I hadn't seen Reggie play before, and I was really impressed with what I saw. He had done a great job. There was a couple of little faux pas, but there were a few nerves, I think, early. But, Reg, how you going, buddy?
Yeah, I'm going well, thanks. How are you?
Mate, and the Monkeys off the back too for the Blues. That was a great victory against North Warrnambool in the seniors last week.
Yeah, it was. It was great. Everyone played really well and stepped up, so it was fantastic.
And what's the experience like, mate? You're only a 15-year-old kid, but what's it like playing against the men?
It's just a step up. Like, it's obviously a lot faster, stronger, and just, heaps more competitive, so it's good.
And listen, they threw you out there to the Wolves early too. You had to play on the skipper and Adam Wines in the first quarter, so wasn't an easy little contest, mate.
Yeah, no, it wasn't too easy, but no, tried my hardest. So.
And a great win too. And just to let everyone know, Rubes, we haven't been up there yet, but you are coming in the next couple of weeks. But the Reed Oval surface, it is just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. Obviously, been on it for a bit now, so it's great compared to every other ground in Warrnambool.
Yeah, it's going to be unbelievable, Rubes. It's going to blow your mind. Seriously, it is unreal. And the rooms in that are sensational. Don't listen to what everyone is saying. They're huge downstairs. It is just an awesome facility. So really, really looking forward to it. That is for sure. Great to see the Roosters off to a win. Get the W next to the game. Just the Monkeys off the back now, literally, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Can you make it too? We'll find out. We've got plenty of guests tonight too. Looking forward to catching up with a couple of them. One from the Netball Club, famous name down that way too, especially in regards to the netball. And another young gun from the Koroit Saints, certainly a name to watch in the future. But let's have a little bit of a look now. I must say too, we're having a few issues just with results and stuff, which I know everybody's aware of, but hopefully it'll be ironed out the next couple of weeks and we can get more netball results with full names and all that kind of stuff. But we can have a look at the Powercor under 18.5 results from last week. And, the North Warrnambool Eagles easily accounted for your blue baggers, Reggie. That was a good win.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Hard 40-out game, but, obviously we couldn't get it done, so, yeah.
And they're going all right, the North Warrnambool Eagles.
Yeah,
they're 18.5s at the moment. Another side that's going really well is the Koroit side, 184 to zip over to around Mortlake. Really, that is a demolition job, Reg.
Yeah, obviously Koroit always been really dominant and stuff. They got a lot of good players like Mitch Lloyd himself, so that shows why they get it done. Absolutely.
And the Roosters, your mob, Rubes, had a big win too, 111, 16, 15, 111 to 2, 1, 13 win over Port Fairy. Did you check much of the under 18.5s out, Rubes?
No, look, I was still playing netball on the other court. So.
Couldn't get over there, mate. Hey, Cobden, 154, 23, 16, 154, defeated the Camden under 18.5s. 2 behinds, 2 points. I think the big message is there's a few teams that are struggling a little bit with numbers, isn't there? And it's not only football, but it's also netball, isn't it, Rubes?
Yeah. You'll notice, like, with the score difference with us to Port Fairy, it's just experience, especially when they couldn't really get numbers to field their side. Yeah,
and it hasn't really happened in netball, in the past, has it? This is a little bit new. Like, we've always seen numbers at times in football and that, but to see kind of netball teams struggling and that, I think's, a little bit concerning, isn't it?
Yeah, even at tryouts, like, you'd have nearly enough for 3 teams, and that's trying out for 17s and 17s reserves. But it's dropped off a bit. Yeah,
absolutely. And in the footy, mate, obviously Camperdown and Terrain, a few of those teams, Terrain Mortlake, they're going to have their battles at times. But I know behind, especially at Camperdown, I think that the 12s, 14s and 16s have got really good numbers. So they've just got to hang in for the next few years.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously being smaller towns and stuff too, it's harder. So they want to hold on to them.
My oath it is. And the footy, of course, on Anzac Day, the Hamilton Kangaroos, always good in the juniors, 15-18, 108, defeated Portland 6-10-46. Kangaroos are looking all right too, aren't they, Reg?
Yeah, Hamilton always real strong, so hard to beat.
And what's the plan of attack with you, mate? Like, you're obviously playing senior footy.
Yeah.
Are you going to still qualify for the under-18s and whatnot?
Look, hopefully I do. I'm not sure what's going to happen at this stage, see what Parky says and see how I go, but find out soon, I guess.
See where things are at. Absolutely. What about women's footy for you, Rubes? Where are we at? You had the bye last week.
Yeah.
You're back on this week?
Yeah, I played just the last Sunday in Horsham, against Horsham. We had our first loss since about, I think, 2018.
Wow.
Which was,
That's
it was
huge
good.
for Horsham, then, isn't it?
Yeah, it will be a good learning curve for us. And yeah, it's good to have some proper competition as well.
Can you just tell the listeners or the viewers, a day like that where you've got to jump on a bus and go, it's a big day, obviously. What time does it kick off and what time do you get home?
So we usually start our games at 12, so we get there at 11. So on Sunday we left to go to Horsham by 8:30, and then we got home at about 5:15, I think.
It's a big day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially coming off netball on a Saturday and all the other commitments during the week. Hey, listen, guys, let's go to our guests on Zoom tonight. And we've got a young gun from the Cobden Netball Club, and they are absolutely flying in the under-17s at the moment. Emily Darcy is her name, and she's been kind enough to join us. Emily, how you going?
Good, thanks. Yourself?
Fantastic. And listen, the Darcy name is kind of synonymous with netball in and around that area, and football as well. You must be really wrapped with how things are going with the under-17 girls at the moment. You certainly look like you're the team to beat.
Yeah, definitely. We're going really well, so it's good to see. Yeah.
How'd you go over the weekend?
Yeah, we drew against Hampden to have some really good players, and it was a tough game.
And we just touched on it, I guess, then, like Camden's struggling in the football side of things with numbers, so that's fantastic to see them come up against a pretty quality team and take it right up to you girls by the sounds of it.
Yeah, they're really good. They have a few of their juniors playing open, and they had a really versatile team.
Who was your toughest opponent in that game?
Well, Mary Place played really well. So, yeah, they were really good. All there, like Sophie Canady, and yeah.
And I know Sophie's had a little bit of a taste of open netball as well, which got a heap of ability. What position do you play, AM? Are you a goal shooter or are you a defender or mid-quarter?
So from the start of my juniors, I played a lot of goal defence and wing defence, but this year I've moved into the mid-court. So I'm playing a bit of centre, which is good.
Where are you hoping to go with your netball opportunities? Are you playing up in the senior grades?
Yeah, so I've been training and I've played against Portland in the Div 1 and I've just been sitting on their bench.
That must be a good experience, just to give you a little bit of a taste for it. And, God forbid, we don't want anyone to go down with an injury or something, but if they do, you get a little bit of a crack at it.
Yeah, it's really good to play against people who are more experienced and older to direct you on the court and things like that.
Always had a really strong, netball grounding at Cobden for some reason. What do you put that down to, Emily?
Well, I'm not too sure. Maybe just the community and the community and the good people around the club.
Which coach has been your biggest influence along your career?
Probably Nadine McNamara. She's coached us for the last 3 years and she's been really good to share her knowledge with us, and she's so good for the club.
Now, Emily, I have to ask you because the little girl sitting next to me used to line up for the Cobden Bombers and then she defected to the South Warrnambool Roosters. She left a bit of a hole because she's not a bad sports person, is little Ruby.
Yeah, she was really good for us. Nice and zippy on the court and fun to have off the court too.
Hey, now listen, tell us about your mum and dad. Is Marty involved there anywhere?
So Marty's my dad's cousin. I'm Ben and Elise's daughter. So Mum played 300 plus open games.
Absolutely.
Between Colac and Cobden.
Unbelievable, and no doubt Mum has certainly given you a few pointers over the journey. She is a legend of the Cobden Netball Club.
Yeah, definitely. She's always got something to tell me.
Absolutely love it. Now, this weekend you're coming up against the Port Fairy Seagulls. Rubes mobbed the Roosters, bowled them over on the weekend. Are you quietly confident going into this weekend's clash, mate?
Yeah, hopefully we get the win. Never really know what Port Fairy are going to be like, but yeah, hopefully it's a good game.
Who's the team to beat, Em?
Either Koroit or Camperdown, they both have really strong teams, so it'll be interesting.
Good stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, mate, awesome to speak to you, awesome to meet you, and looking forward to following your career. Certainly got wonderful breeding, and it's going to be great to see you come through the ranks as another youngster, another young gun down at the Cobden Bombers, and good luck this weekend against Port Fairy.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great stuff. What a beauty. Goes all right, Rubes?
Yeah, she's a great player. It doesn't matter where she plays. She's really versatile through the mid-court and in defence.
Absolutely love it. Well, let's move along now to the footballer of the week. And this young kid plays under 16s out at Koroit. He plays under 18 and a halves. His brothers had a little bit of a taste of senior football as well. His name's Mitch Lloyd from the Koroit Saints, and he's been kind enough to join us. Mitchie, how are you, buddy?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty good, thanks. How are you?
Mate, fantastic. And you were looking nice and relaxed on a Wednesday evening, Mitch. Just kicking back, enjoying,
Yeah.
mate. No training or anything tonight,
exactly.
buddy?
No, not tonight. Not tonight. Tuesday, Thursdays.
Yeah, good. Now just tell us about your footy career, mate. You always been at the Koroit Saints?
Yeah, always been at Koroit, all through 12s, 14s and 16s, and that's it.
Obviously playing Rebels and stuff with you, what's the difference between just local league footy and the step-ups, I guess?
They're a lot more skillful around up in Rebels and that, but compared to down here, but yeah, still very tough, more of a tough game, and yeah, it's pretty, yeah.
Who's coaching the under 16s?
16s is Damien Dobson, and then in the 18s is Andrew Foster. They're pretty good coaches as well.
I'll tell you what, there's many years of experience. I reckon there'd nearly be 5 or 6, well, there'd be nearly 600 games of Hampden Football Netball League experience between the both of them. Bubsy is the record holder at the Koroit Football Netball Club, just an absolute champion. And Fozzie had a wonderful career, Cobden and also Koroit. Just really well respected. I know Ads O'Keefe's involved too at under 18 and a half level as well, mate. He helps Fozzie out. And
he's good there with training and on game day as well.
Now, Mitch, what about the success of the Koroit Saints? They've won 6 on the trot in the senior footy. They're just a wonderful club. What do you put that down to, mate? And they've got some great juniors like yourself coming through.
We've had our juniors. They've just been good playing through seniors. Like you got the O'Sullivan boys. They're pretty good. And all the coaches, like we've had Wiggsy, Adam Dowie, and both McLarens. They've really helped along the way.
What's your goals for this year? Like, how far do you want to take it? Are you trying to push for those senior games, or?
Well, yeah, seniors would be pretty good, but it's a very tough side to get into at Koroit. Always been pretty strong, as I just mentioned, yeah.
Do you have any superstitions before you play or any pre-game rituals?
Nah, no superstitions for me, no. Reggie's got a few that I've heard.
Reggie's got a few, has he? Come on, Reg, what do you got, mate?
Nothing
We've got to wear the
special.
same jocks or something? Or what, the lucky jocks?
Nothing like that. Maybe just a bit of pasta on a Friday night or something.
The old pasta on a Friday night, yeah. What about you, Rubes? What do you have? What's a Friday night meals? And don't say knackers.
Either a risotto that Mum cooks or spaghetti. You can't go wrong with spaghetti.
Yeah, you got a carb load on a Friday night, that is for sure. Hey, Mitch, wonderful group of young kids, and I think of, Mac and Will Peterson, Tommy Bolsh. There's plenty. The two O'Sullivan boys, Paddy and Jack, a couple of ripping young kids. There's a fair bit of young talent out of Koroit as well as the elder statesmen, isn't there?
Yeah, no, as you just mentioned, all those boys are going pretty well. They could easily take it to another level with their footy, as Jacko's pretty much done over the past couple of years, and Paddy's going real well, started the season off. They haven't played many games, but they've got a fair bit of confidence in there, and they're both going along nicely, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly a couple of people. They train hard. All those kids work really hard, and I think that's a really good lesson, for kids, especially at your age. Yourself and Reggie, you obviously got a fair bit of ability, and Rubes, you chuck Rubes in exactly the same: cricket, footy, netball. If you're prepared to put the hard yards in, especially when you're kind of 14, 15, 16, you can certainly reap the benefits, that is for sure.
Yep, that's right, yep.
Hey Mitch, got the weekend off, mate, 'cause you played Good Friday last week, so against the Roosters. So this weekend's off, and then the following weekend's a bye as well, mate, with the May race bye. So what are you going to do for the next 2 weeks? You train hard, or what's the plans?
Well, with the 16s, we still play against South this weekend, so that'd be good.
Right.
It should be a tough game there.
Yeah.
And then next weekend, playing in Melbourne. I've got another game up in there.
Awesome. Does Reggie get along to that? Are you playing that one?
No, I'm on that one. I've just got the week off myself.
That's all right, mate. That'll probably do you the world of good, big fella. See,
Yeah.
Reggie, effectively, you could have played, if you weren't playing this weekend for the Blues, you could have played, you can play in the 16s whenever you're available. So it's great to see. Great to see you kids having a crack and getting amongst it. Hey, Mitch, great to meet you, mate. And we certainly wish you all the best of luck for season 2022.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Awesome. What a ripping young kid. He must goes pretty good.
Yeah, he's definitely great.
Yeah, good mate.
Yeah, good mate of mine. Yeah.
Fantastic. And do you train together in that, Reg? Do you do a little bit together?
I've gone for a few kicks and that, but no major big sessions. Can't be giving each other away the tactics and stuff.
I love it. Hey, listen, so this weekend, you're off, Rubes, okay? So you've played the Good Friday game against the Saints, so you're not going to play. So where's footy this weekend, though, for you?
It's here at South. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
so a home game, who are you taking on?
Portland.
Now, what time's this kick off? Because there's a lot of interest in the Deakin University women's competition. If people want to come and have a look, what time are we looking at?
So the under-18s play at 12 and the women's play at 1.
Fantastic. Awesome. So get up and check it out for yourself and see some really quality girls football, which is taking off. Reg, the Blue Baggers, you have got Terang Mortlake. Can you make it 2 in a row in the seniors? Because I'm tipping you're going to keep your spot after last week, mate.
Yeah,
you were said so. And we have to talk about it. There was a couple of little kick and a handball there last week, mate. Did you go back and have a look at the replay?
Yeah, I did. I've copped it a bit from a few schoolmates too. Obviously being on YouTube, but I'm looking to fix that up this week.
Hey, mate, do you know what I love though, Reg? You just... And they got around you, but you got to just move on from it.
Yeah,
you're going to make mistakes. You're a young kid. You make mistakes when you're a senior. If you know what I mean. So you just got to get on with things. You can't dwell on it. You can't keep. You just got to move on as quickly as you can and just keep taking the game on. That's what it's all about. But a big game coming up against the Bloods.
Yeah.
Because they will be looking to upset the apple cart.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, I don't know too much about training myself, but we got to go into the game just as hard as we were going against North Warrnambool. So. Yeah, can't expect anything, really. Look
out. Parky's doing a magnificent job. Reggie, great to see you, mate. We must give a shout out to our sponsors, of course. McDonald's, Powercor, Southwest TAFE. And what about these little pies sitting right here in front of us? Rubes has just been licking her lips, just wanting to smack one of them in all night. But don't do that, Rubes, because they've been here for a couple of weeks. So do not do that. But we love the Chittix pies. They are the official pie of the Hampden Football Netball League. And a big shout out to Southwest TAFE. The Sunday junior competitions is all thanks to those guys. Powercor. They love everything when it comes to local junior football, netball, senior footy and netball. It is magnificent. So do the crew at McDonald's. So make sure we support those sponsors that support us. Guys, have a great weekend. Good luck with footy on the weekend. Same with you, Reggie.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you next week.